everybody. Well. Today we're going to give you a little bit of a taste of the preview that's on Patreon. And the reason is that I can't give you the full thing for two reasons. Number one, it was over 4 hours long. That's one reason right there. And the second reason is it's got copyrighted material. So, I wanted to share with you an insight that I found out about something that Lumi explains it in the video, and I did not know this. So I figured instead of going straight to the phone call, to the live panels, that we would go take a look at this. Let me get this on the screen so we can all see this. And also remind everybody, please do join Patreon. I'm not going to lie. If there's a lot of things that we can't do on YouTube, but Kick is just like Twitter in the sense that videos on demand, it's only there for like 15 days. And so after 15 days, they roll out and they replace them with new videos. And so unfortunately, because of that reason, you kind of lose out on content. And so I did this. It wasn't even supposed to be anything fancy. What happened was that let's get to the point, and I think you'll understand when you see it. I'm going to keep it short because I'm not going to get a long piece, because you guys don't really like premieres anyway, so it's just sort of a live premiere kind of thing, but let's see how this goes. Let's see how we can watch it here. Alright, so, first of all, accidentally clicked on restream by mistake. Okay. So let's get this on the screen here. Which button is it? Right there. Okay. And we're going to leave the information on the screen so you can see it when we play this, so you guys can know the story and where it is. So here it is. Come join us on Sunday night, 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for more of Silvermoon Radio AM 1610. We hope you enjoyed the sample, and we hope you will return to our show soon on Kick at 7 p.m. Sunday night, U.S. Eastern Time. And thank you for listening. And of course, wow, we all had a good show tonight. We covered 2 movies. I actually didn't even plan to be an after show kind of thing, but oh well, here we are. Yeah. This might interest some people who want to learn more about me. It is getting kind of late in my time zone, and I will say this. As I was mentioning about the movie Ice Castles, after Alexia got hurt, I kind of understood what the character was going through with how she thought that she was not going to be able to continue on her skating career. Of course, for me, it's not ice skating as much, but it's just doing things like walking and dancing, and because I do like to wiggle and tickle a lot, and people may not realize that. Some people think I'm just a fat fuck sitting in a chair, but actually, I really do enjoy doing that. So as I was listening to the music they had on, they were doing the MRI scan, and when I was in the ER, I was starting to tear up. I was listening to some, Perry Como singing, and because I asked him to put it on the 40s channel. And then Lemmy says to me, she says, well, I'll tell you what I said. I said, don't give up. I think I know just the person to get you back on your feet. Because the fact of the matter was, I actually had a chance to talk to Mother God, who actually said, I have a person up here that has as much passion for wiggling and jiggling as you do. Let's give a special round of applause to one person that helped get Michelle off her ass. Carmen Miranda. Well, like I said, I didn't plan on being on here a very long time. I mean, I recorded that promotional video earlier today. I played the first version of it, well, me singing, which was kind of like the beginning of the music before the movie started. And I was saying to myself, damn, I want to sing to that. So I said, okay, after we started playing again, what the? If you want to hear more of that, please do check out the Patreon page, because that's where the rest of it is. It's a preview. So you can check it out and listen to it on your leisure, and you don't have to worry about plinking on money right now. But I definitely would love to see more people listen and enjoy it. I mean, we had a great show. That was a hell of a night. I mean, that was 4 hours long. 4 hours, 40 minutes, and 47 seconds long. That includes the 2 movies. That includes the singing. And, there's people saying to me, so, are you going to put your content up on your Patreon page? It's so dated. I have been every single week, dumbass. No one actually thinks about asking me, does Michelle do content on her show? You bet she does. How come people don't actually think about the fact is that you do put content out? Michelle, I'll tell you right now, guys. She loves what she does. She does it because she does it because she loves it. And I think Michelle deserves a lot of respect. That she puts her microphone where her mouth is. And lets you really listen to her sing with passion. I can see we have our normal troublemakers trying to knock us offline again. Yeah. But don't worry about it, guys. We're going to fix it. Don't you worry about it. Okay? Seriously. I can't believe there are actually people that do that. I really don't understand the logic here. I mean, you guys enjoy the videos, you enjoy the music. At least some of you do. So if you don't like the show, why don't you just stop watching it if you don't like it? And if you do like it, welcome. We love you. We want you to be a part of the show. Just keep that in mind. So the 2 movies we had last night were Arthur and Ace Castles. And as I mentioned about Alexia's injuries, it was kind of like when I fell and busted my left kneecap. It was kind of the same thing. I thought it was over. I really did. And I'm glad that, we have come a long way from those major physical injuries, and we're doing much better now. So I want to say thank you for Lumi for at least putting out requests for assistance. And I also want people to realize that there are people in this world that do not get help when they need it. And those are the people that I really feel sorry for, because, you know, there's a lot of good people that are very smart, talented people that after an injury, like what happened with my knee and Alexia in the movie, they just never recover from those things. So I mean, it's a change of life. It's not like your life is ever going to be completely the same as it was. But you know what? I know when I go home to the other side, when my tour is done, that I will be made perfect in every way.
Oh yeah!
And that's what makes this so much better, knowing that, you know, you have a chance to start over again. Of course, we know that the sad reality is that somebody out there in the world today will never understand what it's like to have an injury, because they can't understand it. It's too hard for them to grasp. No, I can't help that. Someone's doing a DDoS on me again. So I can't reboot it. If I reboot it, then we have to start all over again. And you know as well as I do that I'm not going to give up doing that. As long as you can hear me clearly, that's all that matters right now. As long as the sound's working, the picture is kind of secondary.
Oh yeah!
So let's make sure we can hear the show clearly. You know why they're doing this? I'll tell you why. The reason why these people are doing this is because they know damn well that I got more to offer in my one fingernail than they've got to offer in their entire body. What I can do is, sometimes I will do this. Let me turn on local recording. So we'll keep recording this locally so we can keep this going. That way, if the video gets really bad, at least you got something to replace the live stream. Listen to me, you motherfuckers. You're not taking me down. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to keep streaming hell or high water. If I need to say something, I'm going to get it said. Well, right now, where the weather is right now, it's not the weather because it's totally clear. There's no rain. I wouldn't say it's sunny, but it's overcast. But it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's not sleeting. And, but I'm not saying that the weather cannot affect the signal. Don't worry about it, guys. You'll get a chance to hear the replay when I upload this part of the video as a segmented segment. Because I'll make sure to upload this as a segmented video, and that way you can hear me clearly, because I just turned on the local tape recorder, so we will hear me in its entirety. I find it kind of surprising, though, that they go through all this effort. We're not having any dropped frames, which is always good.
Oh yeah!
It just means that the video is coming to you much slower than standard rate. It is catching it into its upload buffer, and it is getting it out to you. Plus, we are recording it locally, so as I said, if this video doesn't please you, always can come back and watch the full replay later on, which will be from their local copy. I think it's kind of amazing to think about the fact that someone's going through all this craziness to do this to my show, trying to knock us offline. Let me tell you something. You will not succeed. It's the negative entities that are trying to knock us offline again. They have been for months since I decided to talk about the other side. I'll say this to them. Fuck you. Now, so the first thing is we noticed that the morning show has one problem. You know what that is? We're not getting as many viewers as we have been in the past. I think in all reality, it's because of the fact that there are people who don't want me to tell my story. You know what? You can try everything you damn want. You can even try knocking out my power. It don't matter. Because I'm going to tell my story, even if I have to tell it by smoke signals. Don't worry, you guys will be getting access to the local copy. I will upload that instead. And that way, and I will delete the YouTube version if I have to. And we'll upload the live local copy instead. What I might have to do is splice them in part 1 and part 2 together. Because of the fact that otherwise you're gonna miss out part 1, which kind of sucks, right? But that's okay. So the one question is why are people so afraid for me to tell my story? Because the negative entities realize that the jig is up for them. The jig is up. Because they can't make it. They've been trying to push their, negative entities, prestige, honor, money, marketing of pharmaceutical products that are supposed to simulate happiness. But you know what? It really doesn't matter, because if you truly believe in yourself, hell, we're going to try to keep going things in life. So, if you guys are network savvy, find out who's trying to ruin my live show. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Michelle, hold it. Look, if you do what I think you're going to do, which might solve the problem, but it might temporarily knock you offline, but what do you got to lose, though? They're not even on the internet right now. I am now. Just switched on to Dallas. Okay, so let's get to Dallas. See if that helps. And maybe not, but we'll try. We'll just turn on Dallas. And, because we weren't on Dallas. I told you. Someone's got my IP address marked. I already know that. So, what are you going to do? We're going to keep doing our best. That's the other reason why I'm thinking we need to go back to doing videos. because there's too many points of failure. At least when they upload the video, even as premieres, the bad people can't really stop the show from getting out. Not unless they want to take down YouTube, and YouTube has plenty of back alleys. I think it's amazing to think about how there are many ways these people are always out there trying to knock a show offline. Let me say one thing to you guys on the other side. Let the show go through, because it ain't gonna hurt you any. Unless you're a company that just wants to market products that I don't use. Trying to say, if you want to be as successful as Michelle, please talk to your doctor about this prescription X or that prescription Y. I'm not saying that some people don't have medical needs for certain medications, because I do take levothyroxine for my thyroid. But for me, what makes me stand out and what the people hate so much is the fact that I never gave in. I mean, even if it's a short show, guess what? We are going to do our damnedest to make the best of our life on this earth. And we're going to finish our soul contract. And then, very happily, I'll take off my coat, take off my shoes, go lay on my couch on the other side for a short time, and plan things with my friends on the other side. Because to me, that is totally important. It's the people I know and the friends I have in my life here and there. And those people in my soul tribe know that. We are coming back to Silvermoon. We're not coming to Earth. It's time to leave Earth University and go to the next level of education. Gemini Gem, try doing this before you totally give up on it. Try restarting your stream watching. There should be enough information now buffered in that you should be able to watch this completely, because we're not losing frames. We have no frame loss. It's just taking longer to get back to you guys. So what you do is just restart your stream watching your experience if you're having a bad time. I can't control what goes on outside of my door, but I certainly can control what goes up to my door. And that's why I turn on the local recording. Because I want this message to get out to you guys. No matter what. That's why we don't have the panel open right now. Well, we do, but we don't. Okay? It makes any sense? Because we do, but I'm not gonna let those baddies beat me. I'm not gonna let them defeat me. I'm too smart for them. And they know it. So you can just watch as they try their little tricks and shenanigans. But remember, you can't keep a good dog down. Life, as always, got lots of curveballs in it, doesn't it? You know, every day, somebody's always trying to throw you a wrench. Use it to tighten those crazy bolts out there in life. Yeah, the crazy nut jobs. No one wants a loose bolt running around on YouTube, not me or anyone else. So, I mean, if you want me to go ahead and stop the streaming and just tell you to watch the video later on, that's an option too. But then again, we lose the interactive chat, which kind of sucks. And I'm not going to do that. It's 10:26. Somebody is going to get sick of this, and they're going to go, fuck it.
Oh yeah!
And they're going to say, let her talk. Because it's certainly going to be a real laborious task to send a DDoS flood through her door. Let her talk. She's got a lot to say. Let her speak. Good morning, how you doing? So don't worry about it, guys. If you can't handle it now, you'll be able to listen to the upload that I will upload a little bit later on when I splice together the good and the bad. And so that you will have a video that is in its entirety a way better thing than what these nut jobs are trying to fuck up. How you doing, Rambo? Of course, Parasolo. Let me ask Parasolo a question. In the side chat there. When you hear about what I said on the earlier part of the video, I don't know if you heard it or not. I mentioned how Lumi was one who contacted Mother God, and Mother God was one that got Carmen Miranda involved in my recovery. What do you think? How does that make you feel to realize that Mother God, as I said once before, if you ask, will give you assistance? Good morning, Andrew. How you doing? Oh no, it's somebody else. It's called Angle Arms. Thank you very much for being on the Kick side of things. Much appreciated. Please don't forget to follow us on Kick, guys. We had a heck of a good movie last night, and it's too bad that we're having a hard time getting people to come to Kick. It's not because of technical problems. It's because of the fact is that we can't, seem to overcome the stigma, I believe. There's a stigma attached to Kick. Just like there's a stigma attached to Twitch. The difference is, with the one with Twitch, is self-inflicted by the corporate policies of Twitch. First of all, on Kick, we can do things we can't do here on YouTube. Let's go through them real quick. Number one, we can show movies.
Oh yeah!
Number two, we can show music. We can do music.
Oh yeah!
And I would suggest if you're going to do number three, please mark your video as adult only. You can actually play porn if that's your thing.
Oh yeah!
Number four, Kick doesn't censor anything I say, trying to say that I can't say certain words or phrases. How you doing? Hi, Nana. Okay, that's kind of inappropriate, I guess. Yeah, Nana. Grandma. Compared to a lot of you, I would be your grandmas. Actually, that's no joke. A lot of you guys, actually, I would be your mother. And I say that because I'm 55 years old. I've certainly been around the block a long time. Rambo says it's chilly. Well, actually, right now, where I am right now, it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius. It's actually not that bad out there. It's not snowing. It's not sleeting. It's not raining. It's just overcast. And Rusty's outside, so you don't have to worry about the cat knocking us offline because he's doing his own thing. Yes, Kik was built in gambling, but in its own way, isn't every content creator gambling in their own way? They're gambling to reach for that brass ring that they can finally make it in the world. I mean, yes, Kik was designed after gambling for cryptocurrency, but I haven't seen any advertising on Kik for gambling. But let's talk about Twitch for a minute, because I got my Twitch audience still here. Even though they keep coming and going, kind of like Carmen Chameleon. You know, they come and go, right? They don't stay very long. There is nothing wrong with finding a platform that actually is very receptive to your content. Well, YouTube is my mainstream. There we go. Now we got a green square. I guess the DDoS just got sick of it. But I'll still upload my copy later on, so you guys can see mine. And, but the most important thing is, so with Twitch, it was a good gaming platform for many years. The first problem is, the majority of the viewers on Twitch are younger people, maybe, 14 through 21 years old. And then they have established themselves on the media. Okay, they have established their content as a gaming platform. But if you think about it, maybe some people forget this. In a way, life is a game too.
Oh yeah!
It's just that we tend to forget that. We come to Earth University to learn something and to better ourselves. Just like when you level up in World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online, because you want to improve yourself. But with the far woke movement, what has happened is that the woke movement has basically said that everything has to be taken seriously. We have to consider every conceivable possibility of every conceivable option. Unfortunately, the whole problem with the woke agenda is the fact that it has caused significant economic and personal damage in so many lives. I don't mind if you're gay. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care necessarily if you're transgender or transvestite or trans, sexual or trans zodiac, whatever. That's fine. I do ask is that you also not infringe on my rights.
Oh yeah!
Just as I will agree not to infringe on yours. We're entering 5D Earth. Now, as I said earlier, the negative entities don't want that message told. But you know what? You have been in charge in this earth for 2,000 years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys, all are special because you realize that I'm telling you something with my honest truth that I truly would like to see you guys ever so much happy. But some people don't want to hear the good news. And I mean, the good news comes in different flavors. For some people, it's going to Christianity. Some people, it's going to, Eastern religions such as Buddhism and Confucianism. Some is being Muslim. It doesn't matter. Here's what matters. It's not what religion you part of. It's how you live according to your religion's teachings and how you carry yourself in society. So when I originally started out, I was streaming on YouTube and Twitch only. And what happened was, it was a very, very turbulent relationship between the two. It's just almost like Maureen McGovern torn between two lovers because of the fact that at the time, Kick wasn't a thing yet. And if you ever try to play music on YouTube, you find out they don't just mute the song that's copyrighted. They will stop your whole stream if you play copyrighted content. Which is sad. Because in doing so much worrying about the DMCA, for example, many YouTubers began to feel that YouTube was squelching their creativity. If I could have been able to do what I was able to do on Kick or Twitch for a long time, this is something that's interesting. Twitch, 99% of the time, will allow your live streams to go on unabated. No problem. In the replays, they would silence music that was being used that they were concerned about copyright. Okay? Which makes sense. But at least when the music was over, they would allow you to hear the rest of the video. Replay. And so I also, on my local copy of the video, they didn't silence my local copy. So you could actually download it from Twitch and put it up on Patreon later on. And you people could listen to it on the Patreon page. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason why we have a Patreon page. Because we know there are people that want to hear the stuff that is being deprived of them from listening to. The stuff that mainstream, and I will say YouTube is mainstream in a sense, it's a social media platform that has reached out to millions and millions and millions of viewers. But how often have you ever wondered if content creators were on a platform that was truly Section 230 with the safe harbor provisions and not worried about trying to make a buck on your pockets? It was created under Section 230 of the DMCA, safe harbor provision. You realize that before YouTube became too concerned about becoming a publisher, and the same is true with Twitch, but the difference in how they handle it is completely different. YouTube used to be a fun place. Now the terms of service looks like a giant cheesy gravy mess covering all kinds of if-then clauses. It seemed like some of them should be rewritten from the beginning. because the terms of service on YouTube is a mess, but Twitches are also a bit of a mess. Good morning, Blazing Leo. How you doing? Are you still going to work with me on Saturday night at 8 o'clock to do your live stream with me on Saturday at 8 o'clock? Hello, Roger, Little Bunny. How you doing today? Good morning to you. Yeah, I mean, it was one time the DMCA, which was created because of Napster and Nutella, were intended to prevent piracy of music. When is singing my own music or singing to a record considered the same thing as piracy, considering it's fair use? They're just using the music as accompaniment, for example. You're not going out there putting the whole album out there on your social media platform and not modifying it some way or another. Okay, Blazing Nail, I don't see why that would be a problem. After all, I don't necessarily have a lot going on Wednesday nights either, so if you want to do something tonight, that's fine. Just send me the link in the women's group and we'll try to also announce the live stream link so people can come to it and watch it if they don't already have you subscribed. Like I said, we are going to take what we do because I have a passion and I love doing this. And we're not going to give up. And I'm not going to let some negative entity try to destroy what I worked for. You can't keep a good person down, especially if they're endowed by the power of the Holy Spirit. Now let's get the panel open right now. QEQ is the link. QEQ is the link. And if you guys feel like earlier you had a hard time understanding the stream, don't you worry about it. Like I said, if I have to, I'll just go ahead, delete this, and upload this as a regular video because I'm recording it locally. I see the baddies are still trying at it. It just went good, it went from good to bad again. Give it up already. I guess, after all, what's the point? You're doing this. You think you're going to stop the message from getting out? Look around you, chum. It's already getting out. We're entering 5D. It's like when we upgraded from analog to digital TV reception in the United States. Sure, you got the old farts that were still crying and saying NTSC was still great, and PAL was still great, and CCAM was still great, which it's okay. But then again, there's always like somebody saying this, but we still want to use our old cathode ray tubes. That's absolutely fine. But just be aware that everybody now wants super high definition TVs, 4K, 8K, 16K. And people want to continue to watch pictures in the highest quality possible. Historically, it has worked. Because if you go back and look at the last few times I've streamed in 720p, at 25 frames per second. Like yesterday even. We had absolutely no problems at all. Or even the day before, or the day before that, or the day before that. It's just really odd when it keeps happening. And last night, we streamed in 720p and we had no problems at all on Kick. We had no problems at all getting the show out there and streaming a movie as well. 2 movies. Yes, there were local copies, but we had no problems. So, that is not strictly true. If it was consistently bad, and I mean consistently, or even Restream, even Speed Test Net says, don't even bother, it ain't gonna work. That would have been different. It tells me, even though I think it's kind of incorrect, that I can actually stream at 1440p. I don't think 1440p is a good realistic choice. But the reason we don't stream at 1440p or 1080p is I know from personal experience that's playing Russian roulette and that is never going to work. And as far as Leo goes, what I would do is, we got a lot of material to cover. Not only the current geopolitical situation, but like I said, we got the spirituality stuff, we got the personal stuff. I'm talking about my life, but your life too, if you want. There's a lot of people who actually watch what I do every day, and they are like, this is very interesting how this person with multiple handicaps can be such an inspiration for people who don't even have one. You know why? Because unfortunately enough, our society keeps telling you that if you're handicapped, you're less worthy than a person that has 20/20 vision, perfect hearing, perfect mobility, perfect weight, perfect teeth. You know what? But it doesn't matter if you're physically perfectly fine, if your mind is so corrupted by dark energies. I'd rather be around a person that speaks the truth and believes in what they speak. I mean, after all, if you don't believe in what you're saying, then why would you take the time to even say it?
Oh, yeah!
We don't need hypocrites in this world. We need people that actually speak the truth. I mean, that's the reality, guys. We can do so much great stuff in the world. But the most important thing is, if you can't be true to yourself and you believe your own bullshit, so how in the hell can you convince someone else that you're being honest? You can't. You can't. And that's why, how can you be honest if you don't believe the message that you're sharing out? That's not possible. So, I mean, really, I'd like to hear your comments on this. And if you don't want to come up panel, that's fine. But I would love to read them. I will read them out to you. And I will answer questions as I can. I may not answer everybody's question because of reasons that some questions may not be appropriate and others Or more like statements than not questions, but that's fine too. So let's talk about it. First of all, you have to be subscribed to this channel for 20 minutes before you can post here on YouTube. You do not have to be subscribed for 20 minutes for Kick, or Twitch, or Facebook groups, or X/Twitter. Good morning, Andrew. How you doing? Welcome to the show today. I mean, I know you guys get questions. You may have never gotten an answer. Or maybe you thought I wouldn't take the time to answer your questions. But you know what? I'm done with my monologue, so let's start asking questions. Ask questions with boldness. I'm willing to answer them. Doing great. Thanks for long awake. Coffee is on the go. How are you? I'm doing fine, actually. I'm doing very well, actually. Somebody tried earlier to knock me offline, but failed miserably. Because for this reason, I turned on a local recording backup copy so that we can actually take the two pieces of video, splice them together, and then, depending how the rest of the show goes this afternoon, we will go ahead and upload the video instead, and delete this anyway, since it gets limited no ads anyway, because YouTube doesn't want to pay me for some reason. Very snow outside. Let's see. How's the weather look for me right now? Let me switch my outdoor camera here. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. We still have snow out here right now, but it's not currently snowing. You can see, looks like there's some blue in the sky. And, it's mild. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius. Pretty good weather outside. Liz is trying the usual crap, but I take it. Yep. You take that right. But you know what? Here's the thing, Andrew. Like I said earlier, they don't like the message I'm preaching or sharing out. They don't want to accept it because it's too hard for them to accept, because they realize 3D Earth is coming to an end. Is we now are going to be embracing the new energies that start coming in officially on January 22nd of 2024. This indeed is truly Pluto enters the age of Aquarius. Yeah. Right now, for us, I don't see any real freezing, at least not today anyway. Look at my area, it's going to be a high of 11 degrees Celsius. That's definitely not seasonal at all. It's not even appropriate weather for this time of year. But you know what? We're going to get more snow coming in, guys. We have two storm systems coming this way. One of them right now is doing its numbers on the upper Midwest. And there's another one on the West Coast that's doing a number on them. And they're both coming this way. But for us, unfortunately, the second system is going to probably be more of a rainmaker, according to the GFS. The European ensemble, however, seems to show that it's very possible we may get some snow out of this. I told you guys up front, I said, this year, I'm back on the job. And I gotta get caught up with all the things we need to do for the weather.
Oh yeah!
So I told you guys ahead of time, I said bend warmly and prepare for it. How many have taken my advice? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, you were given a warning all the way back in August. Hey Mojo, how you doing? Yeah. Welcome to the Eastern U.S. That's a good song by the Fifth Dimension. I've got that on the album here. But to actually see the new spiritual energies coming in. Well, let's just put it this way. The bad guys, the negative entities, are truly like the Biden administration, which they're part of it. They're in panic mode, trying to save their bacon that they accidentally dropped into the fire pit. Get some fresh bacon, asshole. Unless you want to get third-degree burns trying to catch it out of the fire pit. I still have the limited offer up for Discord invites. As you can see, Botrix for the keep saying it. Here's the Discord SD. I know, it's kind of a stupid name, but I didn't really know how fancy of a name I was going to go. I wanted to keep something simple. I guess you could say it means Discord special delivery. You know, the thing is, I want so much to get new people. Discord S. Is that it? Yeah. Mojo said that song was in the 40-year version. I was thinking, that's right. I was thinking, where is that one from? Yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, the last days of funny, good movies were around 2007. Yeah, and then after that, everything got to the point where it was ridiculous. You think the woke woman is entirely amateur thing? I can tell you right now, it's not. Because I think that is it. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I know also Restream will run it on, Nightbot will run it on this side too. Oh, remakes now. Because the writers are too afraid to offend. And so the writers are sitting there going, wait a minute, we can't even tell a good story. Maybe because they're too washed out. They're like, oh, I still have never seen, I would love to see a remake of That Night in Rio. I would love to see a remake of The Gangs Out Here. I would love to see a remake of Weekend in Havana. Unfortunately, you probably won't. I go to a pharmacy and say, okay, Mojo, you've done great lately, Michelle, with PDX and the new people from there. Absolutely. I don't know when PDX is going to be doing the follow-up interview because she has been under the weather. So, as soon as I find out when the next part of that will be, I'll let everybody know. Yeah, you know, I still kind of would like to hear some of the negative people actually talk to me and explain to me very honestly what has the woke thing really done for them. Besides, split the world in twain. Think about it. You know, we have went from a world where we used to sing "We Are the World" and for USA for Africa, to more like I don't believe you and you don't believe me, and that's okay. That's the way it should be. No, it's not. We used to be doing things together, knowing good from right from wrong, truth from false. But lately, that hasn't been a thing. And you know why? Because those people that push the woke agenda can't understand why everybody is against it. Because, in short, your agenda has flaws. It's being pushed as a marketing ploy. And what has happened to all the businesses that embraced your marketing agenda? They suffered. Many examples exist. If you want to market something that's going to be good and successful, market something that we all agree on. We all want the world to be a better place. We all have different viewpoints of it. What is better? But I mean, the Purple Party, which I'm part of, believe that there are good things on both sides of the fence, and that we should sit there and discuss them and work on something that benefits everybody. Good morning, Krista. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Philly Pretzel Star. They're always already telling you something, Michelle. People used to be driving around riding with Biden bumper stickers. I don't see any in Philadelphia anymore. The woke are waking. Yes, they are. Thank God. Now, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are trying to rush the White House to try to save the campaign. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, why the hell didn't you run for office this year? Why are you supporting an old man that doesn't even know if he's coming or going? Ed's struggling. Because he kind of, isn't sure what he's supposed to do with his life right now. But you know what? I told him straight out. I said, you're sharing a house now with a nice guy that you like as a person, and you guys are having a good time, and it's all groovy. Don't come back to Connecticut, because right now, then you'd have to start all over from scratch again. That just would be a really stupid idea for you. I would like to see Trump come back in. At least I can tell you that Trump really, truly has his finger on the American aspirations and goals. There's nothing wrong with people supporting their home country. After all, there's nothing wrong with national pride. And Trump brings the good people to the table. Unfortunately, Joe Biden demonstrates something which is a lot more serious than just the fact that the Democrats are inept. It also demonstrates that the Democrats can't make good decisions in choosing a good candidate to be the president of the United States elect. Over and over again, they choose big, giant boners. They don't have any candidate that truly speaks for the people. They got people that speak for the secret government, the cowbell government in the background. Look at all the damage that he's been doing. And they say Trump spent a lot on the national debt. So, I'll tell you something. When Trump was president, we were seeing financial prosperity. That was too good for the negative entities. So they created these crises over and over again. They tried to prosecute Donald Trump in kangaroo court. They tried to totally turn his campaign into a disaster. Trying to sue him, trying to indict him, and over and over and over again. He clearly is proven to be not the monster that they wanted him to be. But you know what? Like I said, you can't keep a good person down, especially if they have done nothing wrong. Do I think that Donald Trump should take Nikki Haley as his vice president candidate? I don't see why not. Okay, so she kind of supports some of the people in the World Economic Forum, as I hear. I don't have any proof of that, so please don't take it as gospel, because I don't know if she necessarily supports the Bilderberg Group, the Davos Group, the World Economic Forum, but I believe she does have some involvement with that. But even Trump has gone to Davos, so Trump is aware of Davos. But he also realizes that what this country needs to do is we need to get some sanity back in here. What I'm concerned about, though, is, well, unlike Biden, which is sliding, we already know that Donald Trump is still got all of his marbles and all his senses. I mean, he's already passed multiple competency tests. He's still sharp as a tack. He's still got his head together. He knows where he is. He knows when he's coming and going. And people like him, because he speaks to the average American person. Even the poor. Even the poor. Remember, he gave a homeless woman, when she was staying at the Trump Tower Hotel, a room that she could stay at, even though she originally was squatting. He could have thrown her out on the street. You know what he does? To this day, the Trump Foundation does this. She stay there for free, and she gets fresh flowers sent to her door at least every other day. Oh yeah, Liz Truss has now come out and said that she's disagreed with the woke politics, but she could not say that into a position. Liz, I thought you were really outspoken. But you know what? I think you should try running for Prime Minister again. And this time, don't bow out. What we need is someone in the European Prime Minister position with a backbone.
Oh, yeah!
Liz Truss looks a little bit like Patty, by the way. The difference is I've never seen Patty go ahead and only stay in office for 3 months and then bow out. I've seen Patty be tenacious from day one, and she's always kept fighting and swinging. And Liz Truss, if you want to see an example of what I'm talking about, go look at the life story of Patty Tamar. She's a Prime Minister of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. She was appointed by Queen Elizabeth II. She's got the endorsement of the monarchy. But she certainly has a voice. We already know, but people don't like Margaret Thatcher. I'm going to tell you something. Well, Margaret Thatcher may not have been the most perfect example of a poster woman for the role of Prime Minister. You can't deny that Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher kept UK strong, Britain strong, and fought for the British people. That's what these countries need to do. They need to focus on their own people. No more money to other countries that really can't do that. There's just not enough resources. So if you're going to sit there and say we need to give money to country A, country B, country C, country D, and tell her and give her finger in the eye to our own people, that is totally bullshit.
Oh, yeah!
She was harsh, but you know what? The United Kingdom did very well under her rule. She was called the Iron Lady for a reason. She didn't back down for nobody. And I was around when Margaret Thatcher was around, so I know. Go watch some of the documentaries of Margaret Thatcher. She said what she said, and she meant what she said. And under her, the people of the United Kingdom did very well, actually. Sure, there was some hardships, but you know what? You can't say that we don't need a person like that today. We certainly do.
Oh, yeah!
And so does America. America needs the same thing. We need to have a president that looks at the real world America's in, doesn't worry about unicorns, rainbows, and puppy dog tails, but rather looks at the reality and says, my people's needs must come before you. Joe Biden has exemplified everything that we do not need in this country. It really has. A big, old man with senile dementia who shambles from place to place and forgets where he is not what this country needs. We need a man with all his marbles that basically knows where he is and knows what to say, and he knows how to spread the message that he needs to say. Go look at a Trump rally. Donald Trump doesn't sit there and sound like he's half asleep. He speaks with boldness and clarity. We're entering a new age, as I said earlier, and you know what? The most important thing we have to understand, we don't need pussies. We need people that are going to stand with what they believe in, and they believe in what they say. Negative entities such as the World Economic Forum, George Soros, Caesar Soros, and many others don't want to hear that. All the Jeffrey Epsteins of the world don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear MicheleMarieDalene telling them the truth, because it's painful for them to hear. But the truth is, the great ship, the SS Disaster, is setting sail for the port of oblivion. Get your ticket and get on it. That was a cold walk. I made it back. I'm glad you're fine. Yes, I do know that you guys are having cold snap. We have cold snap coming in the upper Midwest right now in the United States, which is coming eastward as well. I know, because I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. I gotta walk to that one, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So which means, for Monday, the morning show will be at regular time. However, I'll be going with Krista to Starbucks on Friday. Maybe with noodles too, I don't know. We'll see. And so Friday's show will probably be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then coming up in a couple of weeks, we have one more doctor's appointment after that. But here's the main thing you need to know. I do these shows because I love doing them. And I love doing them because it gives me something to do every day.
Oh yeah!
I could always arrange to go ahead, and I need the walking exercises anyway. Walking is good for me. It's not that far. It's really not. I mean, it's a little further than the post office, but not by much. And that's another thing, too, about this woke agenda. Where in the heaven's name did anyone ever think that racism was even an issue in everyday life? Do you realize what the woke agenda is trying to do? They're trying to tear this world apart. Telling you can't drink white milk because it's racist. That you can't eat broccoli or cauliflower because it's racist. Or you can't use white cream sauce because it's racist. Where the hell do you eat determine if you're racist? I don't understand this. Somebody clearly doesn't like cauliflower because cauliflower is kind of similar to broccoli, even though it is a bit different. I'll tell you right now, I don't understand logic here. There's nothing racist with white milk. I'm talking about cow's milk. Or for that matter, soy milk. Or almond milk. There's nothing racist about milk. There's nothing racist about chocolate. There's nothing racist about any of that stuff. Racism is a preconceived notion. Because if you ever do surgery on a black person or a white person, inside, they're all the same. Telling you invest in ice skates. Mojo, you missed Ice Castles last night. I think you really should go back on my Patreon page and watch it. It's a free view. You can actually watch the last night stream. It was absolutely fun. It ended up having an impromptu concert on the end. It was 4 hours and 40-something minutes long between the two movies and the promotions. I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, the truth. Some of the concepts that the woke movement has tried to push have more holes in it than cheesecloth. We watched Arthur and we watched Ice Castles last night. Arthur and Ice Castles. Absolutely not. Chocolate milk is not racist. White milk is not racist. It's a food item, people. I understand that, Mojo. But, you know what? No one ever said that we couldn't always replay it again. After all, it's already up there on Patreon, and it's already up there on Kick. It's already up there. And I can even restream it again. And we can rewatch it again. So, except right now, I wasn't sure if anybody really was interested. But 7 o'clock last night was fun. We also had an after show. And that after show, we covered some very interesting things. Which I could play again. But I already closed the window. But all I'm saying is just go back and watch the after show. Or go back and watch the show on Kick. It's in the video on demand. Or go watch it on the free view, which is currently available on my Patreon page. Yeah, I was working last night, but I will get Kick sorted for when I'm off. Absolutely, Andrew, you absolutely gotta watch last night's show. There was so many things that we covered last night. There were so many. We even put out a musical album sampler of Silvermoon Radio. So for those people, when you first turn on the movie night, you're going to see the Silvermoon promotion. Understand this example here, what the story is about, okay? And if you ever go to an outdoor movie theater, you will notice this, or even some indoor theaters. Before they start the movie, they usually have music on, right? The music is really so the projections can try to get everything all timed up to start at a certain time. So they'll put on the radio or put on a recording of music. It's usually nowadays it's on CDs, but back in the old days it might be on cassettes. Even before that, on records. And of music so that people can come into the cinema, sit down in their seats, and be all comfortable with their popcorn and sodas. And then if the movie starts, after the music is done playing, and that's what we did last night. Since Silvermoon Radio simulates a drive-in movie theater, if you ever went to the movie theaters or drive-in movies before the sun went down, it was very common that the projectionist would be playing some music before the video or before the movie because it was too late and the sun was still setting. And that's what we did. We had Silvermoon Radio AM 1610, a prepared sampler of the music, 30 minutes of it, that you can listen to for the show. because I really want to promote Silvermoon Radio. Because there's so much about it that's so special to me, and I really, really want people to come enjoy the show. It's Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, or midnight your time in the UK. Well, we have, not only do we often sing to the songs,
Oh yeah!
but we play all kinds of music. I mean, all kinds of music, including 78 RPM records from the 1930s, 40s, and early 50s. And I have to tell you, our show is totally awesome. I'm in a hotel in D.C. What are you doing in a hotel in the D.C.? What are you doing in a hotel? I will be there Sunday, Michelle. I fell asleep last Sunday. Nothing wrong with that. When you fall asleep, turn on Silvermoon Radio and you can drift off to sleep with the music. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh yes, we do dance. Even though lately I've been more likely wiggling in my chair. But we sing, we dance, we make merry, we do good stuff. It's a totally awesome way to spend Sunday night before the next day of going to work for many people to get into the groove. Oh, okay. Right. So, of course, your new home is a little bit farther out, so you want to make sure to be able to get to your existing doctors tomorrow. Right. D.C. is on the East Coast, yeah. Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast of the United States. So Leo said tonight she wants to try to put a show together on her channel. I said, that's fine. We could do a show tonight. We're going to do a show on Saturday on her channel too. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so Tiger Kitty had finally sold the house that she was living in, but she's got her new home, but it's a little bit further out from where she needed to be for a doctor's appointment. So that's why she's in a hotel in Washington, D.C. No trolls mess with the sale. Well, I'm glad no trolls mess with the sale. That the trolls honestly should stay the hell out of your personal life.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, well, Joe, I live in this country. Sometimes so the stuff that goes on gets me confused too.
Oh yeah!
Especially with the crazy government we have. Sliding Biden ain't got his head on straight. His mind's all fucked up. The Senate is all fucked up. The House of Representatives, the Republicans want to make some positive changes, but because they can't pass anything to the Senate, because the Senate won't bring bills to the floor, everything ends up dead on arrival when it gets to the Senate. Which means nothing is getting passed.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that, like I said earlier, we had a DDoSer attack coming in, trying to knock me offline. He realized he couldn't do it. Like I said earlier, it don't matter what, because I'm still going to get my message out, because I'm also recording this part of the video locally. And if I upload this video later on, you're not going to stop me from getting my green dollar sign. Yeah, I know they did, Andrew, which is totally disgusting. And that's the problem with the woke agenda as well. They don't want to work with people. They want to make division and split the world in twain, multiple ways. They want to start all these upheavals and uprisings. They want to defund our police. They want to make crime a way of life. They don't want people to know right from wrong. Something that is actually instinctual. That's one of the reasons why those that are truly positive people know what they're doing is dirty games. I mean, it's really just plain dirty pool. Oh yes, Tiger Kitty. The DDoSer is still at it. After all this time, they just can't seem to leave a good thing alone. Why they don't just quietly walk away, I do not understand. Vile Andrew, I don't have F at all to do with the crap that people but used to be on here. We have taken out the garbage and we have turned this channel into something much better. You know, I just don't understand why they kept trying to do that. I think they're hoping you're going to get pissed off and rage quit. Fuck them. No, it's not Wiggy. At least I don't think so. But I wouldn't put it past a few other people out there that have decided not to subscribe because they realize they have nothing to contribute to this conversation. Yes, folks, there are people that are like that. They have nothing to contribute to the conversation. Let me just move the microphone because it's running into my arm here. There are people that will never contribute anything to the conversation. And since they don't want to support the channel, they're not going to subscribe. Even the troll. Because the fact is, they don't want me to grow. And they realize, even though they count as a viewer, they just can't stand the fact that I'm not going to stop talking. Even if I'm only at 10 viewers right now with 6 likes. But you know what? We're going to keep going anyway. Yeah. Look back at when the show went to the dogs about, well, I don't think it was just that time. It was before that time too, Tiger Kitty. She was a byproduct of when the show was in a dumpster fire. Good morning, Brian PC. How you doing today? So, for those of you who are upset, the fact is that the beginning of the show looked like scrambled eggs and sausages. Let me just tell you right now, what I'm going to do is after the show is over, is I'm going to splice the local recorded copy, which I started midstream, and now we're going to upload that to over here on the platform so that we can go ahead and make sure that you can get a clear copy of everything I said. And by the way, like I pointed out earlier, is Louis said a story. Carmen Miranda being in my life was not an accident. Lumi asked Mother God, because I was so depressed, if she could help out. And Mother God said, I got just a person for you. If anybody understands your tenacious personality, it was the one person that she suggested. So she asked Carmen Miranda to help intervene to get me off my depressed fat duff and start recovering and returning to doing the things I used to love doing, as well as provided me inspiration to keep trying, despite the fact that it took me a long time to recover ability to dance. And then during Thanksgiving this year, we saw me Noodles dancing on Kick, and you know that despite a broken kneecap, we still cut a rug. Brian DDoSing, is that what it's called? Distributed denial of service. That's actually what it is. I think Brian PC knows what it is. Distributed denial of service. They kept trying to do it, but since I changed a few settings on OBS, they have not been able to knock us offline. Because apparently some people know my personal IP address. It's a federal offense. But you know what, Brian PC? It's just like the swatting thing. It's very difficult to prosecute when you don't know who's doing it. It's the reason why they do it isn't so anonymously, because they're cowards. If they really truly believed that they were doing something in the right, they should just crawl out of the woodwork and just announce who they are if they think it's so right. We don't know who it is. Beginning of the show, they tried over and over and over again to knock us offline. But you know what? They did not succeed. They did not achieve their goal. Because we did not have to restart the stream. We did not have to start over.
Oh, yeah!
And we did not rage quit.
Oh, yeah!
Instead, I just turned on a local recording and said, fuck you. Dave, you bought it the other night. Talk about jealousy. If you're jealous of something like me, then why don't you do something to improve your own content? You try to take away my subscribers. You try to take away my viewers. You're trying to discredit me. And yet, you know what? It just shows the sad reality of you. Because you can't, if you can't, defeat the person, why don't you use them as a model to make your own content more view-worthy? How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the show. Parasola says, I don't know about her. Well, there's more than one, I think. So, just like there's more than one Yam Ranch account. But, the point is, these people are afraid. That's why they're doing this. Because they're afraid. And why are they afraid? Because they realize... Let's bring this camera down a little bit here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's better. No, that's better. I'll leave it right there. They are afraid. Because they realize... I'm just better than them. As far as I have more substance in my content. And they can't stand that. How can that fat bag of potatoes in the chair talk so much truth? It resonates in so many hearts. Or all the drama, pomp, and circumstance on YouTube and social media. She doesn't do that stuff on a regular basis. And she's still bringing home the bacon every day. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to probably be trying it soon. Yeah. But it certainly is made well. I can tell you it certainly is built well. Of course, I don't really have an immediate use for it. But you know what? Maybe I will make some chop on carrots tonight. Maybe make some instant mashed potatoes. Making a can of light spam meat to be something different. Anybody can be a modder these days. And remember, Brian PC, the problem with the federal government is they're not enforcing their own rules. And that's the reason why they're getting away with this. When you have people on YouTube, I'm talking about the YouTube site now, that do such vile content, I'm not giving names, over and over again, and YouTube, and their channel is monetized, and they're saying such vile content about people. And you go report that content to YouTube, and YouTube turns a blind eye to it. That makes YouTube complicit in allowing that content to continue to stand. Just remember, guys, even though I forgot which code I put in for this. If you want to join the Discord, we have a link up that expires on the 12th of January for one of the seats to become a member of our Discord. And I'm sure they will be. You can look at the account, it's great. But you know what? I can tell you one thing. YouTube still has not made it possible for us content creators to see what our mods are doing in the background. I can do it on Discord. I can go look and see, for example, who's joined, who's left. I can see who was deleted, who was banned. I can see all of that. Even who's been posting messages. But with YouTube, I can't do that. There's no paper trail available to us content creators. So we don't know if a mod quietly off camera started blocking people left or right. But I did check this morning, or yesterday morning, and I don't see anybody new in the blocked users list. So everybody is good.
Oh yeah!
So it's just great. You know, we're getting the viewers up. And we're going to continue to keep growing this channel. And right now, let's see. I think this microphone is starting to get a bad connection in here. Yeah, it is. So what do you think is causing that? Oh, just age. The wires are fine, and they tend to get a little bit flaky now and then. which is true. Let's take a look and see where we stand right now. Subscriber count, 1,675 people on YouTube. And we have one viewer right now on Kick. That's fine. We know that most of my viewers on YouTube. But you know what? Here's the thing, guys. Let's continue to grow our Kick channel. It is where we do the fun stuff, and I want to see more people also join us on Patreon as well. Notice that the trolls don't come around anymore. Remember, Tiger Kitty, you got to be subscribed for at least 20 minutes before you can post in the side chat. The trolls don't want to see the channel grow. So they're not going to subscribe. Because the minute they subscribe, they know I get more views. Then that means 20 minutes later, when they start saying their vitriol, what's going to happen? They're going to be kicked off the platform again. Meaning, guess what? They're not going to gain anything by that. Krista says, getting a brand new washer. My other one's part broke. I got the part because it's so old. Right. So now I gotta get a new washer to go with the dryer. It says, as far as the version she's talking about here, I only blocked scum comments. I only had to do a couple a while back when the guys here are great at it. Absolutely. But like I said, setting it to subscribers only on the stream has certainly cleared a lot of the driftwood out of the system. That's what makes it work. Nice one, Kristen Rain, because Krista says, yeah, I know, Jojo. Yeah, Tiger, top loading washing machine costing $600. My husband made some money at the firehouse, $1,000 because he got his Skyping because he made his points for the last year. Well, congratulations, Chris. I'm glad you're going to get a new washer. Yeah, Chris, that's true. I had two of them. I had an old Maytag and I had an old Whirlpool Ringer washing machine. The Maytag one I had was a more modern one with an electric motor on them. But they also made one with a two-stroke gasoline engine, which would be fine for... I don't know if kickstarting it would have been so easy. But clearly, for safety's sake, an electric motor and a washing machine made it easier for me to do laundry. But the thing is, in most Ringer washing machines, you have to watch out where you put your fingers with the Ringer because it will crush your bones in your fingers if you're not careful. And let's not forget, most modern washing machines and dryers are not built to last a long time. It's built to support the disposable economy. That's another thing that's not strictly woke movement, but the woke people certainly are not helping with that either. Because, I'm sorry, when nowadays the name goes in before the quality, that's because most of the stuff is all made by the same company in China, which is making it for the cheapest as possible. And long life, forget about it. when I start doing more live streams in September, when my daughter goes to school, I'll make sure that my set is subscriber mode only because I don't want those damn trolls in the show. Absolutely. You can even do it right now. It's easy to do. Andrew said, Brian, I leaked out the machine and it's still not spin. I know it does work for most. You know what it is? If your machine's not spinning, you may have a couple different problems, especially if it's a computerized PC board. The relay may have gone bad on the board, or if it's a top loader, the door switch on the lid has broken. Shango 066 fixed the top loader with that problem by temporarily short-circuiting the switch so that he could get that old GE washing machine working. So just check to see if it's a top loader that your switch is not broken. If your switch is broken, then I would definitely go ahead and just order a replacement switch. It's in the case of the General Electric washing machine that he had, it was actually a pretty easy replacement. Right. I understand that, Krista. I will watch the shorts videos today. Also, because the fact is that we all know that there are people that still want to try to destroy this channel. We're going to continue to do more videos. Fuck the shorts. I don't really care about the shorts. But the videos, I think, do better anyway. Because there's a theme, there's a topic, and they're usually less than 30 minutes. I say usually, especially the vlogs are. I can understand, Andrew. After all, you guys do have access to a pretty big washing machine. After all, if there's no sheets and laundry being washed at work that day, you could say, well, I have tenure, I've been here a long time, and I still need to have clean clothes so I can come into work every day. No, I mean, the point is that the way I see it is that I would like to see more people join us on Patreon. And please do consider supporting our Patreon. Even though you kind of looked like I said, it was kind of garbled this morning. Well, at least that's when it started getting garbled, was when we covered the Patreon stream. Let's get one thing clear, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want my Patreon channel to grow. There's all this bullshit saying, oh, Michelle doesn't do new content. I have a free view out right now, a free view. It's a complete show from last night. And it clearly shows that there's a lot of creativity going into it in the form of music, video, movies, dancing, or at least I didn't dance last night, but definitely it was a great show. I really would like to see us get more patron subscribers. Please do consider it. It doesn't cost you anything. And we so much would like to have you a part of the show. So it wouldn't take long for you to become a member of Patreon. In fact, it would be very simple. Just a click. That's all it is. Just a click. And like guys, we want to see even more follows on Kick too. We never know how long YouTube is going to be around. You know, YouTube is one of many platforms that, unfortunately, right now is the most best known. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. The internet is always changing. And so I say, it doesn't hurt to have more than one opportunity for a way to share your content. In this day and age, you need that. Here's the link to the Patreon page. If we can spell it right. I want to see more people come out there and be part of this. Please, 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 do consider joining Patreon. You won't regret it, I promise you. You get access to all the Silvermoon radio shows all the way back from when we first started. And Brian PC, the same with you. For those of you who have never watched the Silvermoon radio shows or read our books or writings, Parasolo, you also should check it out. There's a lot of good juicy nuggets on Patreon page that really help dovetail with these shows and give a show more of the dynamic nature of what I do. I'd love to play some of last night's video, but now I gotta figure out where was the music so I can make sure not to play the music so we don't get a copyright strike. But the point is, I'll just make it easy because it is almost time. It's 10 minutes to 12 my time. I'll just make it easy. Come out and check it out on Patreon. It's a free view right now, which means you can watch the whole show from beginning to end. Why not? It won't hurt you any. Gotta admit, it's a great show when you can actually come into a place and enjoy good content. I say let's go out there and support our content creators because, after all, they're part of our daily routine too. Yeah. Ojo said, I know it get darker later now, only briefly. Though it's 5 p.m. and still got a splattering light. Yes, because we're getting into summer. And by June 21st, 2024, we're going to have the summer solstice. That's when the days are equal length. That's also the beginning of Yule in the southern hemisphere. Andrew said, thanks, I will try, but things are okay. But next week, they're talking about minus 15 at night up north. Sweden has been hitting minus 40°C. Oh yeah, Future Semerson is having fun over there, I can tell you that. She's the Western European weather sorceress. She don't call herself a snow queen, she calls herself a weather sorceress. Future Semerson, which is Norwegian, is having a fun time over there. You can bet. And, but at least if you listen to tonight's show and watch the 2 movies we had on, which are on Patreon, I think you all have a good time with last night's movie night replay. Check it out. I really do. Check it out. It's a little long, But if you want to skip over the movies and go straight to the music show, it's about 3 hours, maybe about 4 hours, 10 minutes in. You can catch the actual music show, the actual concert. If you want to hear me sing, if you want to hear the music without me singing, catch the beginning. Because we did 2 versions of the album. The first one is without me singing. And the second one was when I was doing kind of an impromptu concert. It's everyone, they're both in the same video. So check it out. And so, Brian, Aberdeen does not get warm until July. Yeah. Andrew said, or Mojo says, Andrew, be safe, my dear, especially if you're doing night shifts. Hope you got a car. Yeah, well, I think he does, but the most important thing is, make sure your car's fluids and battery are in tip-top shape.
Oh, yeah!
Nobody wants to be stuck with a dead battery on the highway. Right now it says you're taking public transportation. Well, that's one solution. You don't have to worry about your battery going dead on you. It's because you don't have a battery. I wonder what is causing this crackly sound. It's not this. No. It's not even here. It's interesting. It's not that one. No. I hate when you get in a situation. Oh, you know what it is? No, that's not it. Okay, so anyway, I think this little microphone is starting to fail too. This little lapel microphone. That's why we have the second microphone on at all times, so that we always got 2 mics going. So you know I'm always at least being recorded one way or another. Absolutely true, Brian PC. Unless you find out that the weather's bad enough that the public transportation says that they have to basically suspend service because of inclement weather. It says, okay, Andrew, I remember riding my bike to work before video in the cold. LMAO, I made it in the morning at 7 a.m. But here's Botrix. Here is a limited offer for the 10 people that expires on January 12th, 2024. Come join us on Discord. You just click on that link to join the Discord page. I can tell you, I believe there's 3 to 4 spots left. So, you got a couple seats left, guys. You can share the video link out with your friends. Let's fill those seats before the 12th of January. Andrew said, Brian, if I take a train into city center or a bus, I do not talk or look. Yeah, I understand that. It's certainly not something that we do here in the United States, especially if you need to ask directions. I mean, you guys have a very expansive bus system, especially the London Underground has a lot of routes. And, but you know what's interesting though, is that you guys are awesome because you got so many bus routes, so many train routes. You got cabs to canvass the whole country. You're so lucky. Nowadays, you can use your phone to do the same thing because your schedules are on your phone. Which is fine. As long as your battery doesn't go dead. Yeah. Yeah. Then it's crazy with the transportation and it works. It's so packed. Yeah, but you know what? That's why it works. Because you got people that really need it. Having a personal car in any urban metropolitan city is almost impossible. The same is true with New York City. If you want a car, you're going to be paying out the nose for fees. That's your money disappearing every time you pay for a parking garage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely different. But at the same time, it's kind of funny how Scotland actually is related to, let's see, Don Moreau in World of Warcraft, the home of the dwarves. You know, Don Moreau has got all the snow in the Highlands where Iron Forge, and yet once you get down to the lower areas of the dwarves' territory, you've got this nice green verdant lochs like Loch Modan. It's really fascinating, actually. The way that works. You know, the London Underground, aka the Tube, watch the ghost movies of the Underground from the people that work on the Tube, and very credible. The London Underground was a major way that people survived World War II in the UK and London. Because many parts of the London Underground were so far underground, and it protected people from being bombed to death. So the Underground, aka the Tube in London, was a major protection for people during the Blitz. I always want to go to Paisley because I love the patterns. I remember the Paisley pattern. It's funny though, I did not realize it was actually a town, but still find it interesting now. It was quite intimidating. Well, the London Underground, I guess 2 segments of it were joined together through the Queen Elizabeth II crossing area. Queen Elizabeth Station has just opened. And it finally connects some routes together that before were kind of hard to get to. So that was kind of a cool thing. Well, guys, I'm going to get this video uploaded and edit this together. Kind of meant there's going to be a lot of video segments to put together, figure out where the original problem was so I can edit that together, but I will get this out. There's a complete video upload, so those of you who did not get a chance to see the whole thing can see the whole show uninterrupted. So for now, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you all in the morning. See you tomorrow morning, guys. And yes, so see if we can be on Leo's show tonight. I think at 8 o'clock. So until then, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.